What's up guys, and welcome back to episode number 10 of the Arsenal career mode. As you can see, we'll be starting off today's episode with a home game in the Europa League against Nice. Obviously this is a very vital game as they did beat us 2-1 in the last episode, which has put them 3 points clear of us. So if we didn't beat them here today, Braga have a chance to go level on points with us. I believe they have a home game against Antwerp, and obviously Nice will go 6 points clear, so it'll basically qualify them. If you missed the last episode, I'll give you a brief update. As you can see there, we did lose to Nice 2-1, but we did win our next 3 games. A 2-1 win away to West Brom in the league, a 1-0 win away to Sheffield United in the Cup, and a 3-0 win at home to Sheffield United in the league. Has put us in a good bit of form after obviously back-to-back losses to Liverpool and Nice. The team sort of bounced back, but now we've got a very important episode as we do have Nice and Braga in the Europa League, as well as Villa and Spurs in the Premier League. Now if we was to drop any points against Villa or Spurs, that'd obviously put us in doubt for winning the league. Obviously we just want to keep as much pressure on Spurs as we can. Just before we jump into this game against Nice, I will however see if Gabriel is back, and he is indeed. I think I will put João Felix on the bench as well, just in case we need a bit of an attacking spark, and we'll jump into this game. Now obviously we really don't want to be losing this game. If we was to drop points to Nice now, I feel like that'll pretty much get rid of top spot. We won't be able to take top spot back from them. And obviously they're a very good attacking side. They did beat us. They come back strong after going 1-0 down to us in the last episode. Obviously we was the away team, so you'd like to think that the youngsters now will be able to build on this home game and go and put away Nice. I'd like to see a nice big win, but I'm sure it's still going to be a very tough game.
And this Europa League group stage confrontation commences.
As we do jump into this, I'd like to see a bit more creativity. I think Martinelli's not been the greatest. He seems to get a lot of chances, but he seems to either get stuck in 2 minds of whether to shoot or cross, and then he just gets tackled.
And Morgan Schneiderlin. Pablo.
I'm really hoping that this can be a win. Seems to be a slow start, 10 minutes in. No team has really had a chance. There's a chance here for Nketiah. Can he put it away? And he can indeed. That is the perfect start that we wanted. Hopefully we can get a second nice and early as well. I'm sure Nice will be looking to respond very quickly. Obviously Nketiah scored in the 2-1 loss to Nice in the Europa League in the last episode, so I really don't want to lose this game now after Nketiah scoring again. We do have a chance here. Can Willian put the game? And he can. Willian and Nketiah putting us off to a flyer. Just 22 minutes into the game and we are now 2-0 up. Hopefully we can now see this 2-goal lead out till half time. I'm sure Nice would love to get a goal before half time, but hopefully we can see it out. Obviously Leno just having to kick it out and Nice putting on the pressure. Hopefully our young defenders can stay strong. Obviously Gabriel just coming back from injury. Saliba with a good bit of defending there. With just 10 minutes left of this half, hopefully we can see it through. There is another chance for Nketiah. Can he make it free? And he can indeed. This is the perfect half for us. Nketiah with 2 goals, boosting his confidence, and William with a goal as well. I can't see us not winning this game now.
Just look at the scoreline. Well, they keep passing away.
As we're coming up to half time. With a good bit of defending. Is there going to be one more chance? I doubt it, and that is it. That is 3-0. That is the perfect heart. I don't need to make any subs. I don't need to bring on any of the more experienced players. I can just hopefully have this team see out what they're doing.
And he read it well.
And this will obviously, this should put us back to top of the group if we can keep this 3-goal lead.
Advantage, Arsenal. Joe Willock.
He's having all the possession this game, but just not creating any chances, and us scoring our 3 chances that we did have. I'd like to see the boys really go and push on and just take control of this game. I don't want to see them sit back while Nice attack us. And they did almost have a chance there, but we do have a chance to counter with Willian. Can he get past? He can. And almost a good little play, but they just lose out as we're coming into the final half an hour of this game. Is there going to be any more goals? And Ketia probably could have got played through there. Who was that didn't quite see that ball? It was number 24, which is Reece Nelson. I know he is playing out of position. It's probably not his favourite position, but considering that we don't have another attacking midfielder, but we do have a chance here for Martinelli. Is he going to take the chance? And he don't yet again. He looks for the pass rather than taking the shot. We're 3-0 up. You would have thought that he would show a bit more creativity in his play. But as we're coming up to the last 10 minutes, this should just be a routine victory. But they do get one back. Rennie Adelaide, obviously a former Arsenal player. I'm sure he's happy with that goal. But I don't think it's going to have too much of an impact on the result itself. With just 5 minutes remaining, we should be able to see this out. We've got a 2-goal lead.
Gabriel Martinelli, Saka, Nelson, and Kessia. Useful looking position, you've got to
There's a move on here. Is there going to be one more chance before the ref blows the whistle? It doesn't seem like it. And the ref does indeed blow the whistle. That is a nice 3-1 win. And Ketia with a double. You could basically say that 4 Arsenal players scored. Obviously, Adelaide did used to play for us, which is unfortunate that he did leave. However, I'm happy with that result, as we hope that Braga, hopefully they lost to Antwerp. I highly doubt they did. I believe they were the home team. I would love to see them lose because it will pretty much confirm our qualification. And they didn't, they drew. As you can see, that they drew. So that puts us right back in it. It puts us top, and now we've got you should say the easier games. We've got, as you can see, we've got a home game to Braga and an away game to Antwerp. If we have a look at who else, Fiorentina and Feyenoord seem to be the teams going through. We've got a very close one there. CSKA and Moscow might be able to pull that back. Everton top of their group. Bayern Leverkusen top of their group. Hoffenheim top of that group. And Roma top of Group L. And Napoli top of Group E. Lille and Sociedad basically through in Group D. Schalke is through in Group C. Metz and I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, through in Group B. And Eibar are through in Group A. Now, as we do have a game against Aston Villa now. As you can see there, Joe Willock has been converted to the centre mid that we want him to. So as we do jump straight into that Aston Villa game, as you can see, Villa are up to 15th. They must have had a good result, but we will obviously be going straight into this with our first team. Now I'd like a big win here, hopefully that we can come out strong and just really put the pressure on a team that is struggling like Aston Villa. We have a look at their lineup. They have Watkins, Barkley, Traore, Douglas Luiz, Target and Tyrone Mings. They do have a very strong team. I'm sure they'll be looking to put the pressure on us very early. However, I feel like we should have the team to beat them. Obviously, we need a really big result here, as we don't want to be dropping points just before that Tottenham game. And obviously, Villa takes in. I'm sure they'll be looking for the early possession. If they could score a goal straight off the start, I'm sure that's what their manager will be wanting. Hopefully, we can just defend this first attack of the game, and we do. Hopefully, we can come out strong like we did against Nice in the first game. If we do have a chance here. And who's that? Aubameyang. Putting us off to the perfect start, putting us 1-0 up against Villa in the 8th minute. What more could you ask for from your star striker. I would actually like to see how Lacazette has gotten on. I'd like to see what his stats, what he's done since leaving us. It was a shame that we let him go, but do we have another chance there? And Aubameyang just gets his second shot blocked of the game. And Aston Villa do find themselves with an attack now. Are we going to ever see it out fairly easy? We do have a chance, but we are able to see that out as we now look to counter them. Is this going to be a routine victory for us? Are we going to be able to just build on that first goal from Aubameyang, or are Villa going to try and pull this back? I'd love to be able to keep the clean sheet up to half time as Leno then comes out and collects the ball. If we could get a second before half time, that would be even better.
Dangerous looking through ball, and the flag does go up. Must have been close. Douglas Luiz.
As we're now into the final 10 minutes of the half.
Looking for that final pass and for that chance to level the game. And options in the centre. It's opening up for them.
It's now coming up,
offside the decision.
And it was offside. 5 minutes left of this half. If we can see this out, or maybe we could get another chance. Zaha now has the ball.
Aubameyang. El Neni. And now with Aubameyang.
Is there going to be one last chance? There could be. Oh, if he could have just got that ball back to Aubameyang, that would have been a great end to the half.
That is that for the first half here. Second half underway, and Arsenal looking to build upon a largely positive first half performance.
Hopefully we can go and get a second goal. Obviously a 1-0 lead is not the greatest lead to be trying to sit back on. If we can get that second goal, I feel like this will be a routine victory. And Aubameyang there, as you can see, just puts another shot wide.
Watkins. Douglas Luiz.
As Villa now come into another attack against us.
Well, can they open up the defence here?
Are we able to hold this? And we're not, as Watkins there gets the equaliser. Now we've got to go attack them. Make sure that we don't drop the points in this game. I'm sure Villa will have livened up now, and they will hope to go and look and get the winner themselves. Zaha now got a chance. Can he do anything with it? And he can. An instant reply there from Wilfried Zaha. He hasn't scored many for us, but he has scored a couple good goals for us. So cutting in on that right foot, I was more than confident that he was going to put that away. I think we will now go back to balance. Obviously we do want to see this game out. We don't want to concede. If we did stay attacking, obviously we might get the third, but obviously it gives Villa a chance to also get their second. With just 15 minutes left of this game, hopefully we can see it out. And that's a good bit of defending there.
This might be ideal for the counter.
Are we going to get a third goal just to wrap this game up? A good bit of defending there by Villa. Coming into the final 5 minutes, are we able to hold ourselves back? Villa making some subs. They brought on El Ghazi. I'm sure Watkins would love to get a double.
Felix. And here is Mings. And the referee blows his whistle.
And there we have it, a nice 2-1 win against Aston Villa. Aubameyang and Zaha keeping our season right on track. As you can see there, Everton just beat Brighton as well. So this now sets us up nicely for that Spurs game, which I believe it is about a week and a half away, which it is indeed. So what I'll do, I'll cut here and then I'll come back when we have the Spurs game. And here we are, we have second against first in the league at the Emirates Stadium. If we was to lose this game, it looks like Liverpool could overtake us. Also Manchester City could. You can see how close that top six is. So this is really a must-win game. I don't want to be dropping any points here. We are the home team. as long as we don't lose this game, I wouldn't see it as the end of the world if we drew. Obviously, Spurs are just a point ahead, so I don't want. They'll go to a 4-point gap if they was to beat us. Hopefully, we can come out strong here, just get a nice, solid win. I'd like to keep a clean sheet as the defence has been playing well so far. And here we go as we move on, as we take kick-off. Hopefully this is a nice win for us. As I said, I really don't want to be dropping points now. And we got a nice early chance. I thought Aubameyang was going to pull the plug and take a shot, but he didn't, as he's trying to play it around. Obviously Spurs very good defensively, and that's why they're top of the league. As João Felix just loses the ball.
Wanted to keep it but couldn't. Arsenal get the advantage from the referee.
As we now come into attack, we seem to be the team that won it more in this first 15 minutes. But obviously I'm sure Spurs will just be looking to play on that counter. They do have a very good attack. They've got Bale, Son and Kane as a front three. As they do indeed go 1-0 up. That is literally the worst possible start we could have asked for. That puts them now 4 points clear if we ain't able to claw this back.
Bale. Dele Alli. Kane. Here's Dele Alli.
Spurs seem to now want it. They seem to be building on that goal. Obviously we have gone ultra attacking, we are trying to put pressure on them, but it will leave us with a lot of space in behind. Oh, we're able to get that equaliser before half time. We do have a chance here. We can't seem to get past. And there's a great save there by Hugo Lloris. And then he comes out and claims the corner.
This is Gareth Bale. Dele Alli.
As we're now coming up to half time. I mean, as long as we don't concede that second before half time, that would be the last thing that we'd want. I think we're going to have to bring off El Neni for Ceballos, try and give us a bit more creativity in the midfield. Also bring on William for Pepe, as he does not seem to be doing much. So hopefully we can now come back. Obviously they did just score the one attack that they had. However, that is all the vital point of the scoreline being 1-0. Are we going to be able to get a chance here? We can't yet again. This is exactly the way that Spurs would have wanted the game to be going. If we can't get the goal nice and early in this second half, I feel like Spurs would just live off that and just sit back and make this game really hard for us. We do have a chance here, and Aubameyang, he should have really tried to find João Felix there. The ball seems to be going down William's side, so it's a good substitution to have had. And then another great save by Hugo Lloris. We could really be 2-1 up if it wasn't for Lloris.
No nonsense clearance. Aubameyang.
Is there going to be another chance? They're not. As we do, Spurs did try and break, but we've managed to win the ball back nice and early. And here's Aubameyang losing the ball yet again in the box. Are we able to break down this Spurs team? Has it gone in? And it has. It's just about gone in. A Jerome Boateng own goal. It might not be one of our goal scorers, but it's definitely the goal that we needed. I will now go from ultra attacking back to attacking. As I feel like I'd take the draw, but I'd like the win. It's kind of a tough spot to be in. Obviously, I'm sure Spurs will be very happy with a 1-1 result. If we can go ahead and get this winner, we've got a chance there. Oh, and João Felix just misses the chance for the last 5 minutes of the game. We will go ultra attacking. Obviously, I want this win. I don't want the boys to think that a draw, even though Spurs are top of the league, is a good result. Oh, and another great bit of defending by Spurs. They just seem to be happy to take this result. I mean, it's not the result that's the end of the world, but it is obviously a very disappointing result. Us being the home team, us having 5 chances, them having 1. That is the typical Spurs result. However, we didn't drop points. Obviously, the teams below us now have a chance to catch us. I will go have a look at the Premier League table right now just to see how it gets on. And see what that does mean for the league. Was anyone able to capitalise on that? And it was. Liverpool are now level on points of us. And obviously still a point behind Tottenham. This is going to be a very close, down to the wire type season. And it is. I'd have liked to have won that game, but it's, yeah, again, not the end of the world. A draw to such a good team. Obviously, as soon as they went 1-0 up, they were always going to sit back and try and defend that game out. So as we'll give this team a rest, as we do have Everton, which will be in the next episode. This will be the final episode, final match of this episode. We'll go straight into the Braga game. We are the home team. I'd expect the team to come out flying here. I'd expect a very good win. Obviously, the first team couldn't beat Tottenham. Hopefully, the second team can beat Braga, continuing our streak of being unbeaten, keeping that streak going. And obviously, after beating Nice, this will put us even further clear. This pretty much, if we win this game, it will qualify us for the round of 32. So as we come in now, obviously Braga need this to basically stay in with a chance of qualification. They're 5 points behind us and Nice in third place at the moment. So if they was to lose this game, it would pretty much all be out. But as we did beat them away, I'd like to think that we'll be able to beat them at home. Obviously, Nketiah did score a very late on goal. But I think that this should be a routine victory. But I'm sure that they wouldn't have that in mind. And here we have it. We still can't seem to break through. I'm sure this will all come down to if Braga get the first goal. They will be more than happy to sit back on that. I'm sure that they'll probably take a draw here, so that they could bring it to make sure it goes to the last game. Well, depend. That would all. I think this is a must-win game for Braga. Obviously, being 5 points, got a 5-point deficit with only 2 games left. This is a must-win game for Braga.
And promising stuff from Arsenal. It's opening up for them.
Do we have a chance here? Just gets to the edge of the box and then just seems to be nowhere to go through. Oh, we do almost have a chance there. Niles picks the ball up again. Now got a chance for Reece Nelson, and he does. This is going to be a very tough game for Braga to come back and win now. I think that will give the boys all the confidence that they needed.
They continue their push for the equaliser, but definitely not.
Hopefully we can see this 1-goal advantage out to half time. I wouldn't want to be conceding now, or maybe we'll be able to double our lead just before half time. I'm sure this will be the last attack of the half. Is there going to be one more chance for Martinelli? And it is saved. Martinelli obviously low on confidence as it is, not being able to score, and he was just unable to score there yet again.
So the second half is underway in this Europa League group stage confrontation.
As long as we don't go to losing this game, I won't be bringing on any of our senior players. I'd like to keep the group stage to as much as the youngsters as possible. And we do have a chance there. Can he put it away? And that is Joe Willock. And I should pretty much see this as the game completely wrapped up. There shouldn't be any issues now.
Well, the pass not finding its
This
target.
should be the win.
Well, you've got to
Good
keep
bit of
the
defending
ball
there.
in
I'd like to keep a clean sheet. Obviously Gabriel coming back and Saliba.
Can he do
But
it?
they do get a goal, which they do. They've made this a very nervy final 30 minutes.
Look at that. 2-1 it is here.
We seem to be struggling to keep clean sheets with this team in the Europa League,
Well, they're moving the ball
obviously, but we
neatly
still
enough.
seem to be
Looking for
grinding
a
out
decisive
results,
pass.
which I'm happy with.
Fruitful looking attack.
But they could equalise there, which they do. And as I said, I was hoping that the youngsters will be able to see this game out.
Goals are plenty.
But Braga were never going to sit down and die that easily. Are we able to pull this back and get a third?
Joe Willock. Well, he
Especially
needed
after being
to
2-0
get
up.
there and did. Arsenal will have to throw it back in play.
Is there going to be one more chance for us to get the winner?
Martinelli. Beautifully timed. It might be perfectly set up for the counter.
Or are Braga going to get the winner? If Braga were to score now, I could see this being a loss. Especially after being 2-0 up. It's just not good enough from the young lads. I'm not bringing on anyone from the first team.
Can you tell us, Alan McInally?
It's a penalty for the visitors. He's put the ball down on the spot. He steps up.
Is there going to be one more chance? Seems to be that we won it. Braga seem to be defending for all their lives.
1-1. Many thanks, Alan. Well, they've lost the ball.
And that is it. A 2-2 draw at home to Braga. Obviously that does confirm our qualification, but depending on that niche result, we may not be qualifying in top spot. Just before I end this episode, I will have a look just to see how we got on. Did Nice slip up, or was it just us that slipped up? And Nice seems to have slipped up as well. They drew with Antwerp as well. So clearly no team seems to want to take first spot. So now we have a chance against Antwerp in the final game of the Europa League group stage to continue top spot. Which, being away to Antwerp, you'd think that we should still be able to win it as we advance up to our next game. Sellers is... want you to let you know I've been in touch and they're unhappy with how he's been little playing time. I mean, I have meaning to be putting him back in the first team, which I actually do now, as obviously Real Madrid seem to be upset that we are not playing him. Obviously he's a very good attacking midfielder. I'd like to bring Joe Willock onto the bench instead of El Neni, as I feel like Willock's a bit more well-rounded and he could help us in certain scenarios. But as we move on, obviously still that 1 point behind Tottenham, which was unfortunate, but I think we'll just have to leave this episode here. As you can see, we do have Everton and Southampton in the next episode, so I'd like to thank you guys for watching and catch you guys soon. Cheers.